An executive order signed by President Trump in early August provides a payroll tax holiday for American workers that can be implemented starting today. With congressional leadership still negotiating the next stimulus package to provide economic relief during the coronavirus pandemic, Trump announced 4 executive orders at a briefing on August 8. The payroll tax holiday has the potential to put more money in workers' wallets, but it's only a temporary measure, and one that could have negative consequences down the road. While the tax holiday begins today, some confusion remains about whether employers will participate and how the deferral will impact workers who are already feeling financially strained. Trump's executive order directs the Secretary of the Treasury to defer some payroll tax obligations. Any employee who is paid less than $4,000 before taxes per biweekly pay period is eligible. The deferral period is September 1 through December 31, 2020. Typically, employees and employers each pay half of the total 12.4% Social Security tax due for each worker. But under the executive order, employers may choose to refrain from withholding the 6.2% from employees for Social Security, but must still contribute their own portion for each worker. The deferred amounts won't incur penalties or interest, according to Trump's order. But guidance released by the IRS on August 28 specifies that deferred payroll taxes must be repaid between January 1 and April 30, 2021. Any tax that isn't repaid within that window will be subject to interest and penalties. Employers could collect those penalties from their employees if necessary, according to the announcement. Workers who see an increase to their paycheck this fall could see double the Social Security tax withheld from their paychecks at the start of 2021 in order to pay back the deferral. But due to lack of guidance as to how exactly workers will be expected to repay the deferred payroll tax, it's expected that many employers will continue to withhold taxes as usual during the holiday. The president has the authority to defer payroll taxes because he made a nationwide emergency declaration in March. In a state of emergency, the Secretary of the Treasury may make changes to taxpayer liability. But it's up to Congress to decide whether or not to permanently forgive the deferred payroll taxes. This fake tax cut would be a big shock to workers who thought they were getting a tax cut when it was only a delay, said Senate Finance Committee Ranking Member Ron Wyden, DOR, in a statement in response to Trump's executive orders in August. These workers would be hit with much bigger payments down the road. It's likely that Trump's move to defer payroll taxes will face some pushback, even as implementation begins. Last month, the U.S.